If you want to look like an athlete, you should train like one. I can't remember where or when I heard this phrase, as it was many moons ago, but it really resonated with me. There is so much you can take from this statement that could take your training to the next level. Here's what I took from it: train hard. Training hard it's a fundamental principle that's often overlooked. Crazy, I know, but people can get so hung up on optimal training protocols like training volume, rep ranges, and exercise selection that they ignore this basic principle. One could have all the knowledge in the world and the perfect plan laid out in front of them, but if they don't train hard, then they're not going to get the results they want. So go ahead and put that Rocky training montage on and train like an absolute athlete, like a beast. Next is track your training. Athletes, they track their training. They know what they did in the last session. They know what's coming up. If they don't, then their coach certainly does. This allows them to more effectively, progressively increase the volume, intensity, frequency, or duration of their training. If you're progressively overloading, looking at what you did in the last session and increasing the weight and taking things to the next level, you stand to make some amazing progress. This brings me nicely to my next point. Have performance goals. Most of you who work with me have either muscle building or fat loss goals, usually both, which is ace. I do too. But this isn't the only thing we want to focus on. You want to focus on your performance, lifting more in the gym, banging out more reps and running further and faster. Specifically, you could focus on increasing your squat, deadlift, or bench press weight. Perhaps you lean more towards endurance training. Then you could focus on beating your last 10K run time. Physique changes, they can be subtle. They're not always noticeable weekly or even monthly in some cases. So having performance goals can really keep things exciting. If you're getting stronger, running further and faster, if your performance is increasing and your stats are improving, you can bet your physique is developing with it. And hitting PBs, hitting personal bests, it's a lot of fun. And finally, unless you're already working with me or another coach, I'd recommend getting one. All the highest performing athletes in the world have coaches. Having someone in your corner guiding you, motivating you, providing wisdom and perspective can make a huge difference. It can make all of the difference. Most of you watching this work with me, so you've already ticked that box. In fact, you should be ticking all these boxes. So keep training like an athlete and keep up the good work.